Hello, good afternoon. My name's Lisa and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then thank you very much for choosing to click on this video. If you are a returning subscriber, then I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for all of your support. Now, today's video is going to be a reaction to a trip to Colombia which 15 people went on, and it was organised by Jessie Lee Ward, and there is so much controversy surrounding this video that I just couldn't wait a second longer to dive in and share it all with you. So let's go.
The hardest thing someone had to go through on the Colombia trip. So I'm not going to use any names or anything, but I warned people. I warned them. I said, look, you have 90 days. You have 90 days to get in shape, and you need to get in shape. Okay. Because if you're going to go on a trip with me, we are going to move our freaking bodies. Okay. Like, I'm sick of people like excellence is awesome in physical form, period. Okay. Period. I can tell how you feel about yourself because your physical state is a manifestation of what's happening on the inside. Right. And so I'm not a doctor, Kathy. Sorry, I can't answer that. So at any rate, I warned them. I said, you should probably be in the gym every single day for the 90 days leading up to it. I would cut your diet into high protein, moderate complex carbohydrates, and drop some fat. And some people did not listen to me. Like, I gave them fair warning. I think they thought that it was just going to be vacation.
So 90 days before it starts, Jessie Lee tells them to start going to the gym, lose some of their body weight. So is she suggesting that they're fat, or that what she's got in mind, these people's bodies are not ready for that? Well, if that is what she thinks, then why on earth is she planning what we are going to come across? That is my initial question with this, because what she actually has planned is totally not suitable for a hell of a lot of people. And not that I would ever be on a MLM retreat, because I would never be in an MLM again. But even if I was, there was no way that I would be able to prepare myself in 90 days. Even if I did everything that she's telling them to do, I wouldn't be able to complete what she's got in mind. And I just think that is just so wrong. I think the way she leads people is wrong. Yes, you have to get out of your comfort zone, but there are certain things getting out of your comfort zone that you shouldn't do. And this is what makes people say that MLMs are cults, is this sort of behaviour. But that will become more apparent as we go through this video.
And so the first day, we were chilling in our flipping 12-bedroom villa. We went all around the Colombia city. We did the most. Like, it was freaking beautiful. Day 2, I tricked them even more. I gotta make a whole live about this.
Day 2 rolls around and she's tricked them even more. And she thinks this is funny. Wow. I do not think being tricked by Jessie Lee Ward is funny in any way, shape or form. Obviously, that is just my opinion.
Tricked them even more, to be totally honest. I rented a boat for the day. So we had this crazy boat day. We were out on the water. We went on some private islands. We went snorkeling, these gorgeous fish. Oh my gosh. We had great food on the boat, dance parties, like your typical in South America day, like the delicious food, the coconut water with the straight from coconuts, like all this stuff, and Sasha and me and Mateo were just laughing the whole time. And by the way, I was training every day. So masterminding. So they were, I set them up, I had them set up for success. Don't you worry about it. Okay. Like all kinds of coaching and stuff of that nature. It was really powerful trainings. Some of my best trainings ever, I would say.
Jessie Lee says that she has them set up for success with her trainings. So that is success in their business. Obviously, those are only her words. Whether they think it was success is another matter. But she said that they went on a speedboat. Well, I don't know about you, but not everyone likes being on the water. Not everyone likes boats, and especially not speedboats. I mean, they go super fast. And that can be quite a scary experience if it's not something you like. So I think this is why she always thinks the things she does are funny because she actually likes those things, but I'm sure she's quite aware that certain people on her team may not actually like those things. And maybe that's why she finds it so amusing. Just a thought there.
But anyway, so we went to, and so right before I went to bed that night, I said, by the way, I would prioritize sleep tonight. So I warned them, I said, I would prioritize some sleep tonight because they didn't know. We said, we're going to go, we're going to go on a hike tomorrow, prepare for like 2 hours. Look, I knew it wasn't 2 hours. Okay. What can I say? I mean, I told him, I said, just be prepared. You bring as much water as you think you need for just, bring enough water for a full day. You might get cold. So I bring a cold weather outfit. You might go swimming. It's up to you. I do ship to the Netherlands. I said, look, just prepare yourself. If you're somebody who needs some snacks, take some snacks. If you're somebody who gets hot easily, bring your bug spray if you're prone to bugs. And the smart thing to do would be ask leading questions, So one person was really smart and she went up to Sasha. She said, hey, she's so smart for this. She goes, I'm on my period. How many tampons do I need to bring? I don't even know if she was on her period. How many tampons should I bring if I'm going to change my tampon every 2 hours? And she goes, would 5 be enough? And Sasha was like, you might want to double that. That was like very intelligent. This was like very, very intelligent stuff for her to ask that, because then she knew, oh shit, we're spending the night somewhere. She prepared like crazy. That was Jamie Lynn did that, by the way. So she was the most prepared, right? So really, really intelligent because she started doing like the math. Now, the crazy thing is Kelsey Ray overheard that and still didn't prepare. Okay.
Only one person on this hike, which is supposed to be for 2 hours, asks an intelligent enough question, and I don't think really it's one that you should be sharing on an Instagram live, but that's just me. I'm more of a personal person. I like to keep my feelings and thoughts to myself of a personal nature, but she works it out that they're going to be staying somewhere overnight, but she still thinks that they're only going on a walk for 2 hours. But as you'll see as we progress, that actually is not the case. I would have thought if you're on a team bonding mission and all these people are on the same team or are part of the same company, that this one person who asked the intelligent question would then go around and prepare the others. I would have thought that would be a standard procedure, because you're told in an MLM that it's all about camaraderie and being in a family and helping each other. But if this person didn't tell anyone, which from what Jessie Lee is saying, it sounds like she didn't, and only one person overheard it, then that doesn't sound very friendly to me. It doesn't sound like a family that I would want to be part of. Put it that way.
So we start, and literally we had already spoken to our guides, because we put the whole thing together with these guides. And we said, if anybody asks throughout the entire day, how much longer? Someone who wants to be able to control everything. We told them, we said, you have to say, we're almost there.
I'm sorry, I know I keep stopping this, but I've got to ask, why is it funny to lie to people? They're asking how much longer because they're obviously suffering in one way or another, because this is not their remit. They are not used to walking, especially in those conditions. Because you've got to remember that they're in Colombia, and Colombia at that time of the year is extremely warm. So just bear that in mind as we continue on.
We asked 20 minutes in, how much longer? We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, now here's where people got stupid. So we dropped people off. So we planned it to be like this because the whole thing was I wanted to break people, but like not destroy them, just like see where their mindset is. Because in business, you get really uncomfortable and most people quit. All right. And in business and in leadership, people quit on you. And then
What Jessie Lee is saying here about people quitting is true. A lot of people do quit when the going gets tough in business. But You know, there is a limit to what certain people's bodies can cope with, and it's not always a fantastic idea to push people beyond their limits, because certain people may have medical conditions, which means that they literally cannot be pushed beyond those limits. And this is going to become more apparent as we go through this video, because there is one person on this trip who, in my opinion, should not have been made to do this. But we'll just keep going.
Do this blaming thing all the time. Like, losers blame people. And I wanted to find out where my losers are. I want to find out who my winners are. I want to see who people are with super strong mindsets. I wanted to find out, I wanted to get really clear on who I am rocking with in this business, okay? So we have to make them walk 5 kilometers in direct sunlight on the side of a Colombian road. And so
let's get this straight, what she just said. She's told them that they will be walking for 2 hours, which is still a long time in the direct sunlight in Colombia. And I'm telling you now, you cannot walk 5 kilometers in 2 hours. That is a fact. And that is why I find this video not funny in the slightest, and why it is so important to share what kind of leader this person is, in my opinion.
The van stops after a 40-minute drive into the middle of nowhere. And the van, by the way, I forgot to mention this, the van had just enough seats for 16 people. So people were crammed in there like sardines. And I said, I suggest you don't talk. I suggest you use this time to sleep and stay cool. When they should have listened. They were dumb. Not everyone was dumb, but not everybody was sleeping. And certainly people were talking, which makes them hotter, and they were not resting. Dumb. You need to listen to instructions. When the leader speaks, listen. Okay. So I was trying to give them hints all along the way. Conserve your water. I was trying to tell them, like, if you feel like you're prone to bugs, be ready for this. Okay. So some of you are like, I'm out. Like, never mind. Don't want to join her team. Listen.
I know that throwaway comment about not wanting to be on her team, and Jessie Lee thinks it's highly hilarious. But to be honest, I wouldn't want to be on her team either, because after watching quite a lot of her content, there are some, I don't really know what word to use, there are just some things that she does to people on her team that I would not wish to be a part of.
Listen, all right. So we drop off and we get out, and we're literally in the side of a road in sticker bushes. And immediately there's some people like, and I'm like, put your hiking boots on, man. I don't know what to tell you. Courtney was all excited. She's like, should I put the pants on now? Should I put the pants on later? I'm like, I don't know. If you want to put pants on now, you can. I'm not putting pants on right now. I think it's a little hot right now. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We're about to be at the hottest part of the day. So Courtney, yeah, what about, I got some extra stickers. Like, she's putting all this, because she was bug spraying. She was prepared with that. I'll give her that. I was like, I wouldn't put pants on if I were you. Okay. But anyway, she was really excited though. And so we're on the side of the road, and I literally mean the side of a road. Okay. So cars are zoom, zoom, zoom right here. I'm like, get in line, get in line. So you got people who are scared of heat. They're scared of exercise. They're scared of they're going to dehydrate. They're scared of motorways. They're scared of all this.
Put your hand up and tell me who wouldn't be scared. You're in Colombia. You've probably never been there before in your life. You're on the side of a road. You've got cars zooming past you. You've no idea where you're going or how long it's going to take to get there. And she's laughing because people are scared. Well, maybe if she wasn't the planner of the trip and she didn't actually know where she was going or any of the details, who thinks that Jessie Lee Ward would actually be, if not scared, but apprehensive or worried in some way? Because I damn sure think she would.
Okay. And so we're walking on the side of the road, and I'm just like, get it going, like I knew how far we were going in the direct sunlight. Not that it mattered, but I was like, here we go. Now look, I did actually over prepare. All right. I thought I had enough water for 18 hours. So I brought 5 liters of water because if you don't know about me, I'm a freaking camel. So my book bag was really heavy, which I was like, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. But I was like, let's go. Like, I'm not going to dehydrate because you don't want to see me dehydrated. All right. So I'm just going. Sasha and I are chatting. 15 minutes into this freaking walk. 3 people are, I gotta pee. One of which is Courtney. Now, Courtney's like in such an excited mood that she like runs into the woods. Like I can see. And then she runs out, right? She runs out after 2 people who like moseyed into the woods. Okay. And I'm like, oh, they should not be moseying anywhere because we have a really, really long way to go. Okay. But they're in the woods. And I don't know, man, they were like, a long time. I'm like, this is bad. This is bad for momentum. I literally know that we have at least 15 hours left of this.
Being desperate to pee, especially when you've had children, is not fun. It's something that you can't actually hold in. Obviously, Jessie Lee, as far as I'm aware, and in my opinion, doesn't have any children. But I, as a mother of probably more children than anybody else on that trip, know that when you're desperate for a pee, that you have to go. If not, it's going to be running down your leg because you can't hold it in any longer. So I don't find that funny that she needed to pee. It's not something to be making a mockery of, in my opinion.
But whatever. Because for me also, one of the little keys, because I do all these crazy hikes and I go to the Middle East and I'll hike through the desert and whatever. Like when you have to pee and you know it's going to be really hot, don't pee. Like let your body like sweat out the water, just FYI, okay? So I'm literally on the side of the road. All these cars are like going by, like whatever. And then it's hot. Like I'm not gonna lie, you're on asphalt. It's the dead heat of the equator. We're in Cartagena, okay? And we're just going. And then first person goes like, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? It was 20 minutes into this walk and somebody literally is done. And I look at Sasha. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I told them for the last 90 days to go to the gym.
You may have told them to go to the gym, Jessie Lee, but you didn't tell them why they needed to go to the gym. And that is the most important part of what you're doing, is the why did you not tell them? And it's because you think it's highly amusing to put your team through hell just to see how good they are. Well, there are so many other different ways that you can put your team through team bonding exercises without going to the extremes that you do, in my opinion.
Like literally, and so I'm mad. I'm checking my emotional intelligence because I'm like, are you kidding me? We've nothing. We've literally walked on a straight road. And this person starts blaming. She's like, well, we're on a hill. I'm like, I see hills nowhere. We're in Colombia. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? And then I start getting mad. I'm like, what? And then this person starts to mention, well, I have diabetes. I got to check my blood sugar. And Sasha and I look at each other like, nobody mentioned diabetes. Like, we might actually kill people on this trip. Like, we literally thought that I was like, oh my God. He's like, do you have your blood sugar monitor? I don't know why I'm still walking because we were definitely not walking, which was pissing me off. Anyway, so she takes her thing. Her blood sugar's at 243. And I'm like, are you serious right now? How is your blood sugar at 243 if you're diabetic, you know? I'm like, I don't even understand this. Sasha, I don't even know what that means, by the way. I don't know anything really about diabetes. Sasha's like, how is this your sugar? Like, what are you eating? Well, I got off the bus and I had a candy bar because I was tired. And Sasha's like, are you fucking kidding me? He's German, by the way. He's like, you're diabetic. Like, why? Why did you have a candy bar? You know? And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, and I'm like, contraband. So then one of our little tour guides takes her book bag, right? And I'm like, taking her book bag, this is for the week, right? And I start trying to coach her through it. I'm like, one step in front of the other, all right? And I'm like, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
My understanding from watching other videos, not from just from Jessie Lee, But the person who is the diabetic, she's been on trips with you before, and you're telling me that you didn't know she was diabetic? And people that are diabetic, depending on the type, whether it's type 1 or type 2 is controlled by diet. And if your blood sugar's low and you're feeling extremely tired, then that's what a diabetic does. Something sweet, some chocolate, to bring their blood sugar level up. If they're on insulin, then they may need to inject themselves. But in my opinion, if you're taking someone on a hike, which is going to take 10, 15, 18 hours, then you are totally irresponsible, because you should have known that this person was a diabetic before you tried to put them through something like that, in my opinion.
It wasn't even that fast. But I'm like, get it going, girl, get it going. So then I'm like looking up ahead, and I see that there's a commotion. All right, and then one of our Colombian tour guides in his flip-flops, mind you, starts in flops, literally in flops. He's running, and I'm like, oh my God, somebody else is down for the count. What is going on? This is, you gotta be kidding me. It's been 5 minutes at this time, 45 minutes. And I know this is a 15-hour situation, guys. 15 hours. We're just getting started. Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening right now? And I look up ahead, I don't have binoculars, but I'm pretending, okay? So I look up ahead like this, and I see someone on the ground, like literally on the ground. I'm like, no way. This is actually impossible. Somebody's on the ground, and they're like, I'm overheating. It's so hot. I can't walk this long. I'm like looking at Sasha, looking at Mateo, looking at Sasha, looking at Mateo. Mateo's like, I can tell the little Colombian man is talking he's speaking in Spanish to Mateo. Like, why are these gringos falling over? Like, I want to know what's going on. Like, why are these gringos, like, this is 2 gringos in a row. Okay. Like, you could tell he was just like, I'm very confused. Like, what are we doing here? Because they knew how long it was going to be too. And you could tell that the tour guides were like,
I would have thought at this point that they would turn back, or they would get the transport to come and pick them up, because certain people on this walk know how long it's going to be, and you've got 2 people already after only 45 minutes in the Colombian sun. And I can tell you, I have been to Cartagena. I can tell you how hot it is there, what the humidity is like, and it is horrendous. And for Jessie Lee to say it's all flat, I don't agree with that either, because it's actually not all flat. So under those circumstances, you would think that she would take the responsible action of stopping this. But does she? No.
Whole Sasha and Taylor, I'm like, what are we gonna do? Like, do we call, like, is there a 9 for Colombia? Like, this person's on the ground, says they're we're checking their blood, their their pulse, everything. This person's not diabetic. Thank God. We're gonna have 2 diabetics. I'm like, oh God, nobody told us anything, right? So anyway, long story short, we had to call emergency motorcycle 45 minutes into the walk, okay, on the side.
Wow, Bosley, you're so prepared, aren't you? You take these people to Colombia and take them on this walk, and yet you've no idea what the emergency number is? Seriously? Well, I'm sorry, but I just find that totally incomprehensible.
On the road, I'm like, there's no way, man, no freaking way. So anyway, the rest of the group keeps going ahead. We push ahead, and we walk the entire direct sunlight. Like, I don't know how hot it was, whatever. I don't really care. It's just heat, okay? It's all on your...
She doesn't know how hot it was. Well, I can tell you that. It was 89 degrees. She doesn't care. It's all in your head. Well, actually, no, it's not. I live somewhere called Tenerife, which is off the west coast of Africa. And I can tell you, I've lived here for 13 years. And even I, after all these years, and I do walk a lot, could not walk in 89 degrees of heat. And the good thing about Tenerife is we don't have humidity, not like they do in Cartagena. And I have walked there as well. And I can tell you, it is exhausting, it is draining. And that's even when you know where you're going and what you're doing and you're prepared for it. because I can assure you being dehydrated is no fun at all, and it can be seriously life-threatening.
We get to the bird aviary area, okay? And maybe some people are scared of birds. I don't really know. But we get to the bird place, and there are birds everywhere, like peacocks and flamingos and all kinds of stuff. It was actually really cool. But we're inside this thing. We were supposed to have 2.5 hours. We start realizing we spent an hour on the side of we were at least an hour behind. We're like, this is really bad. Like, this is actually really bad. And no, it was not really that hot. It's just, and we all had hats on, so I don't know. But neither here nor there. So we get to the bird place, is really cool. And then we have to keep walking, okay? So we got to keep going. So this is probably 5-6 hours in or something like that at this point. And then so we're walking, we're chatting. We're walking and we're chatting. We're walking and we're chatting with everybody. And then we go to a beach. I mean, we go to a beach. All right. So we went to a beach and they were like, oh, is this where we put the bathing suits on? Is this where we put the bathing suits on? And I'm like, actually, Courtney said that. Are we going swimming? This is Courtney. Are we going swimming? I'm like, Courtney, no, I wouldn't put your bathing. Oh, Courtney's watching. So perfect. So she's like, are we going to go to the beach? It's still very hot outside because it's probably, I don't know, 5 o'clock or something like that. And I'm like, I wouldn't yet, because the whole point was we were going to make them walk 2 miles, okay, on the beach. We're going 2 miles on the beach.
I don't know about you, but after walking all that amount of time in the heat of the day, I'd want to go to the beach as well and get in the water, and I'd be very excited to do that. I would also be extremely disappointed if I was told no, I couldn't do it. And also, have you ever tried walking along a beach, especially a very sandy one, which they are in Colombia, and you may think that's quite simple to do, but it is actually not.
Oh, okay. So 2 miles on the beach, and then we were taking them rock climbing. All right. So these people are already like very stressed out. We're walking them on the beach. They're starting to like, oh, maybe we're going to go to a private beach. So they're kind of excited again. Ooh, a private beach. And Mateo and I are just laughing at each other. Sasha's just laughing. Rendy's over here. Rendy, I can tell, can't believe she's exercising. We get to this rock wall, and I mean, you could tell that there was some panic in the air. Okay. So what I'm using there. All right. I'm like, why do I have this much energy? What happened? All right. So, but at any rate, so then they get like on all fours. They had to actually climb up these walls. People are freaking out. Jamie Lynn is even like, I can't do this. I literally don't think I can do this. I can't do this. I don't think I can do this. And then she starts talking to herself positively. She's like, I can do this. I'm strong. I trust my body. And they're throwing themselves on the rocks, and they're having like not fun, but they were hiking up the rocks. And then because we were so far behind, we're supposed to be a point that was going to be pretty scary.
Is it just me, or when Jessie Lee was telling them what to put in their backpack, she didn't explain that they were going to go rock climbing, did she? So I wonder what sort of footwear they were wearing. I mean, if you had trainers on, then that's not so bad. But if you've got shorts and a t-shirt on and you're going rock climbing, I can't imagine that's the right sort of clothing to be wearing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you.
For everybody, where we did do it, but then we couldn't go because the tide was too high. They were going to have to get totally soaking. They were kind of going to get thrown against the rocks at the same time that they hold on to the rocks and kind of like scale the rocks like I've done in Austria before, but not quite so extreme, but enough to scare the piss out of them, okay? So they went, so we were going to go then around and up, and there was going to be a place to watch the sunset. But because the tide was so high, we weren't able to do that in Colombia, but that's okay. So we turned back around. We head back down the rocks. People, again, are losing their minds a little bit. Like, oh my gosh, people are super scared. They're jumping over the rocks and stuff like that. You can tell they're a little scared. They're going to fall into the ocean as the waves just kept crashing and crashing and crashing. And then we told them to stop. So
yikes. I just can't believe how she finds this sort of thing funny. Why does she think it makes her into a good leader, a good boss? Maybe it's just me, but I just can't comprehend this kind of behaviour at all. And to be fair, I'm a pretty adventurous person. I do get out and do things. I have been rock climbing, I like snorkeling, I like walking, I like swimming. I've been to lots of different parts of the world. I've been to Colombia, to Cartagena, I've been to Panama, the Bahamas, Miami. I mean, we moved our whole family from the UK to Tenerife, which is a Spanish territory. And, you know, that's a big step. So it's not like I'm not used to getting out of my comfort zone, because I am. But even so, I just don't get it at all.
All right, we're going to go walk on the beach. So then we went another 2 more miles on the beach. So two full miles on the beach. And I could hear them saying like, oh, my calves. Oh, my ankles are weak. Oh, and I'm like, keep it moving. And we're setting the pace. Some people started getting really scared. You could tell some people were like really scared. They were like, oh, sit down on the beach. The bugs start coming out. So I don't like sitting there, but that's fine. We watched the sunset together. It was super gorgeous in Colombia. And then we get back up again and we start walking again. Now, here's where it got really interesting for me. They thought we were done. One of the first times they were like, 2-hour hike. We're on like hour 8 or 10. But everything's okay. It's not too bad yet. But this is not what we were expecting, right? And you could tell that they thought we were done. We're not.
Can you imagine the relief of these people thinking that they're done? And then the distress that they go through when they find out that they're not done. Wow.
Done. And we tell them we're going to eat here. So then they start bringing out raw meat. We build a fire, and on a grill, we grill chicken and beef and grilled pineapple, and there were potatoes, and we ate off of literal leaves. And Rendy's actually had sand on it. So Rendy had some chicken tenders, basically. That's okay. It fell into the sand. And they were actually excited. By then they were kind of like, yeah, this is cool. Like, I'm adaptable. I'm good. Like, I can do anything. You could tell that they were starting to shift into more powerful versions of themselves at this point. But then they definitely thought we were done. And then we said, surprise. Now, this is right around 11 p.m. So you tell me in the, she said my chicken was super crunchy. Tell me in the chat, in the comments, what color is the sky generally at 11 p.m. in the evening? Unless you're in Scandinavia in the summer, which we're not right now. Okay, so take a gander, give me like a color, give me a color pattern that happens around, midnight, 11 p.m. Like, what color are we looking at? That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Queen Sky. Black, dark. Jacqueline, black, 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 black. The sky's pitch black. Pitch black. No one's around us. Conclusion. We're not like on the beach with people, guys. We took them to a completely secluded area, all alone. There is nobody. You can't scream and get safety. We put them in complete seclusion from the world, okay? No one's coming to help you. Nobody's coming to save you. Good luck, okay? Which already would panic some of you, right? And
yeah, you're damn right. I would be in a panic if I was on a beach in total seclusion in a place that I've never been before. I would be absolutely petrified, and I certainly wouldn't be thinking to myself, oh yes, I'm a better, stronger person, I can do anything. No, that would not be happening.
So then I say, hey guys, we're going to get in the boat. And you can see a lot of these people on their faces. Why are we getting on a boat at midnight? And I'm like, a boat. Okay, because I knew it was going to happen. So then we drive out on a boat for about, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We're now in the middle of the ocean. And I know some of you have a fear of what? Of, the ocean, of deep water, middle of the ocean, pitch black, nothing to see but stars, no lights anywhere. We're not near towns. We're not near people. We're not near villages. We're in the middle of the ocean, pitch freaking black. And
can any of you watching this tell me if you think that Jessie Lee's in her right mind? Because to be honest, I don't think that she is. Obviously, this is just my opinion, but I really do not think that she puts her team first. I don't think that she has a lot of compassion or friendship for her team. And if she does, and these people in this cult think that this is how friendship should be, then they have got some extremely serious mental problems, in my opinion. I personally Couldn't imagine doing this to someone that I extremely dislike, let alone someone that I'm supposed to love and care about. How about you? Would you put anyone that you really cared about through this type of thing? Let me know in the comments.
The boat stopped. And I go, jump off. And they're like, what? And I said, jump into the ocean. Midnight, I said, jump in the ocean. So they have their life vests on. And you could see they're like, some of them were like, nope, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is cold. It is pitch black. I do not jump into black water. I do not jump into deep water. I do not jump into the ocean, period. Hell no.
Who could blame them for not wanting to jump in the ocean at midnight when it's cold, it's pitch black? They're probably totally exhausted from all the walking that they've done, that they are totally unprepared for because of your surprise that you think is highly hilarious. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I'd be doing that either. I'd be one of the people that stays on the boat because, in my opinion, I'm still in my right mind. And in my opinion, you are not.
But I didn't just take them to deep water. I actually took them to plankton. Oh, cool. So I literally took them to plankton. So if you don't know this, if you've ever seen SpongeBob SquarePants, hi, Cuba Charles. So plankton glow as soon as you touch them. So they jumped off of the boat into plankton, and everywhere they moved, you see green glowing all over the place. It was rookie. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. You can't even capture it on camera. You can probably Google it and try and check it out. It'll do it no justice. It glows everywhere. And we were laughing so hard. We're screaming. Everybody got off. Everybody ended up jumping in. Everybody was scream laughing, crying, having so much fun. We're looking up at the stars. It's like the crystal clear sky because there's no light pollution and it wasn't a full moon or anything. We were completely joyful. Everyone's like, oh my God. And then Brittany Anderson started talking about under the sea at the Krabby Patty and whatever. We were laughing so hard. We get back in the boats. We head back and we debrief. So they started talking about how grateful they were for, for the warm water, how grateful they were for, the hard day where their bodies hurt and they thought they were going to give up, but they kept pushing and, for fresh water to drink and for all this stuff, right? For the food that we ate. And so they started having a lot of gratitude towards this stuff. And they really thought, matter of fact, Courtney was like, I really thought for a minute there that we were going to spend the night here because we really made it seem, we weren't done though. Okay. And after we went through the debrief, which was really awesome, and I actually hammered these people about, I didn't mean to be like this. I told them about the disappointment for their physical health, the disappointment for how much they have not been taking care of their bodies, the disappointment for clearly not eating well and taking care of themselves. I really told them, I didn't keep anything from them about that.
Can you even imagine their disappointment? She's put them through all of that. They're feeling quite good because they've managed to get themselves through the day and through everything that she's thrown at them. And then she's telling them about their bodies and how unfit they are. Seriously? If that was me, I'd want to smack her one.
Issues. My Instagram's being crazy. So anyway, so then as soon as we're done the debrief and I kind of get on all these people and we have a leadership lesson, I'm coaching them a little bit, really powerful stuff. Sasha, funny Sasha goes, yeah, and now we're going to take you guys to your hotel. We're going to take you where you guys are going to stay tonight. The hotel you'll be staying at is called the Million Stars, AKA I made them sleep, whether they were prepared or not, on the beach in Colombia, in Cartagena. 2 of our guides had to stay up all night long because it's apparently actually extremely dangerous. You could be kidnapped or whatever. It didn't happen. No problem. We didn't feel endangered.
You didn't feel in danger. Wow, you're only one person. There are 15 other people there. Maybe they felt in danger because Colombia is apparently, allegedly, a place that you can get kidnapped from. They have drug cartels there. I just can't get my head around this video. It is just wrong on just so many levels.
It was flipping amazing. And I will tell you, you start having gratitude for everything. Kelsey Ray was really pissed off I could see Rox was really mad. Rox from Mexico was super mad. They weren't prepared, right? We told them, have warm weather clothes. They thought we were kidding. So Kelsey had to sleep just in her bathing suit bottoms, which is not awesome when it's 70 degrees outside and you're on the ocean. I slept like a freaking angel. It was amazing. So, and then the next morning we wake up, we have fresh fruit, we get on the boat, we walk back, no shoes allowed. We walk through the city of Cartagena, no shoes. And we get back to the house, and I had massage therapists waiting for all 16 people. I paid for full body massages for an hour and 15 minutes for every single person. And literally their whole lives are changed. So for the better. So the pictures, the video, everything, it doesn't know. My whole lesson in all of that to them and to you as well, if you're listening to this and watching this, is you guys, if you're wondering why your life keeps sucking, you're not putting yourself in positions to grow. Okay, you're literally not. You're not putting yourself in positions to grow. You have to have pain in order to grow. Physical pain is how muscles grow. Mental pain is how your mind grows. Emotional pain is how you grow emotionally intelligent. All this stuff. So yes, I'm very successful. Facts are facts. Okay.
She paid for 15 people to have a 1 hour and 15-minute massage after everything that she's put them through. Well, I don't think that's much of a compensation, really. You go on a retreat and you expect to be sleeping in a bed and you find yourself sleeping on a beach that is full of bugs. You're not prepared in any way, shape or form, and it's funny that someone has to sleep in their bikini bottoms. I mean, that is just so irresponsible. I cannot see how people think it's okay to put people through this kind of thing. And obviously there are a lot of people who don't think it's okay, because this video that was put out by Jessie Lee Ward was taken down. And have you ever known any of her videos to be taken down? Because I certainly haven't. And it was taken down, I would imagine, because of the outrage from people who have watched it. Otherwise, why would it have been taken down? Just because something is taken down from the internet doesn't mean that people have not downloaded it before you took it down. So just be aware that the internet is forever. And even if you remove something from it, there will be somebody out there who has got it and who will share it with others. I'm pretty certain I said this at the beginning of the video, but I am going to say it again. Thank you so much to DC for sharing this link with me. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to react to it. And if you haven't subscribed to her channel or followed her on Instagram, then go off and do that. Well, that's all for this video for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.